I should be you.
Fellowship. You never turn up for a meeting.
So Sheila, I'm about to put that to the floor. And we're going to do it by a vote. That's going to be the first thing we're going to vote on today. For those persons, you want to make a comment before I put it to the floor, sir?
Well, I want to talk.
Bring the mic
I wanted
on.
to talk about attendance.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
One of the things that kind of peeves me is we are asked to approve people who never even attend a meeting to the club. This club is full of people I've never even seen. I don't even know who they are. I mean, if a person wants to be a member of this club, they should at least attend every meeting before they are approved, not attend 2 meetings and then go online. That's not bad.
So, what has been happening, Sam? What has been happening ever since I took membership? In the we do a meeting before them, a pre-orientation, where we explain to them that in order to become a member of Rotary, you have to attend at least 2 meetings. You have to participate in at least 2 activities, 2 projects. Thank you very much. 2 projects. It's a must, even before you even join, right? So it's at least 2 community. Is it 3? Well, it's 2 now. It's 2 and 2. So everyone that you see have been joined over the last year or 2, they actually attended the meeting. The challenge, I think, we've been having, to your point, is that a lot of persons, once they come in, again, we cannot control what they do.
We couldn't.
Well, I don't know how we do that. We cannot control if they can't come to.
Either they are members or they're not.
Right.
If they are members, then they should attend meeting. If they're not members, then give them their money back and let them go to another organization. I mean, we're not in we here as a club to do good in the community.
Right.
Kino.
All right, so question on the floor. Yes, Shelby, you want to open up your mic and speak, please?
Yes, sorry, I'm unable to attend today, but I just had 2 points. Is the intention of the club to perhaps look at those persons that are out of zone from the club? So for example, I'm on Blake Road, I'm in the Western District. Is it the intention of the club to say, hey, Shelby, we notice, there's difficulty, or maybe I can do that myself, but I'm asking the intention of the club to say, because there is a distance between you and our meeting zone, perhaps you should consider going to Old Fort Bay, or maybe to a club in the West. That's one point. And then my second point is, just piggybacking off of Sheila, that there are persons that never attend a meeting but have paid. Are we also going to speak on persons who perhaps have paid membership, attend meetings, but never attend community service, never attend fellowshipping? Because I think that's an area as well. Attending the meeting, great, but never attending a community service as a club, or never attending fellowship, because I also think that's a part of Rotary. Can you also speak to that?
First, let's deal with the first point. The first point that you made regarding the zone where you meet. I think this has come up several times. And really and truly, the recommendation is that you actually join a Rotary Club that is closest to you. Because really and truly, I know some Rotary clubs will lose members, but for persons like yourself who work far, far west, it's best for them to actually join a club in that area. Now, one of the things that we discussed. Hold on, no, let me just tell you. One of the things that we discussed.
Oh, Shelby moving to the west.
So Shelby, one of the things, when this actually came up, one of the things that was recommended was that probably once a month, once a quarter, we actually, shift the meeting to either west, where some of our meetings are, some of our members are, and, to accommodate those persons, that was a recommendation that actually came up. And then, of course, our standard would still be out east, which is beyond club, but we still move to where those persons are. That was a recommendation that came up. So again, I have to put that to the floor to see if that is something that we're gonna do. Come right down, Sheila.
I just want to remind Shelby that, the members are supposed to inform the secretary if they attended an event or a project, because that counts towards their attendance. And that would then be entered into the, online information. So they do get credit for all these different things, okay?
I wanna make sure that's answering your question in terms of persons who may not attend, who may pay and come to a meeting, but don't go to anything else.
50% is the rule.
Right.
That is meetings or annual
All
projects.
community projects.
Rotary.
Okay. So I think that answers, so Shelby, that answers your question. The rule is that they have to attend either a meeting or a community service. It has to be 50%. So that kind of answers our first question, but we still have to come
Okay.
back to the first question in terms of location and zoning. Again, the question is whether or not that person, we can encourage people who in the west or who can't be at lunchtime. There are meetings that there are clubs that meet AM, and then some clubs that meet at PM. If I'm correct on that. And then for lunchtime, persons not everybody can do a lunchtime meeting. So we even recommend persons to go to the club that best suits them. And that's why we recommend people before they join to actually visit other clubs to see what suits you.
The sponsor is supposed to take them
To the other clubs and find out does this suit you. Now, like I said, we recommended whether or not we should have one meeting at least once a month in the west to accommodate those persons and one meeting in the east. So that's Gabby, go ahead, Gabby.
I wanted to piggyback
Right.
on so it seems like we have two challenges.
Hold on, Gabby is wrong.
Two challenges. Location is one, but time is another one.
Right?
This I fall into this time category where it's very, very difficult to really come and sit and be totally present at 1 o'clock. Now, I just want clarity because it's very easy for me to go to another club to visit that has an evening meeting. Is that the intention? What is it that you want persons like myself to do?
Well, according to the rule, you have to attend at least 50% of the meetings, and Larry's recommending at least once a month you come to this meeting. So if you attend online or you attend another group, which is a makeup, you at least have to come to the meeting, which was recommended at least once a month at this meeting.
Okay.
That was.
But is there any consideration to adding an evening session for
I
those
think-
who may,
I think that's one of the reasons why we started to talk about the social. The social was actually recommended that the social in the evening accommodate those persons who cannot come to the meeting. And the social was the first Friday, I think.
Yeah, first Friday. Nobody
Keno.
shows up.
First Friday in the month.
And that's-
Keno.
We have another question. What is it, Dr. Nita? By the way, I'm so sorry, I do apologize for this. Please don't be me, Mr. President. We want to welcome back Dr. Nita and President Wayne from Managua. They actually just came back yesterday. And listen, they told me when Wayne President made a fabulous time. And that's what this club is all about, reaching out. And they said there was no hurricanes, the weather was beautiful, but I wanted to speak to that source. Okay, let me just get Dr. Nita question. Can I get up? Here's the question. Okay, yes. Okay, Dr. Nita says, I have a little concern. What about persons that cannot attend a meeting at present because they are no longer in country, but are still very active in club activities? I don't understand that. How could you be out of country but still active in club activities? But then that can't be Shanta said she's gonna join another club.
But she hasn't.
Yeah.
She haven't.
Yeah.
And that was the person that I was speaking about, because she is very active. She takes up places where others, I mean, she's probably more active than some of the persons that Sheila was talking about that you don't know. So what are you planning to do with someone like that?
Like Chantal, you talking about?
Yes.
Hasn't she joined the Washington Club?
No, that's Sandra.
Sandra
Sandra joined the Washington Club.
Yeah, but Chantal should be joining a club in Caicos.
Chantal is my assistant.
She's been very helpful.
Yes, she's very vital, just not in person. Yes.
And for me, Chantal has been my assistant in Vision Expo. So losing her to another club, it is going to definitely be a detriment to the activities that we have in Rotary Club of Nassau. So I don't know if you make an exception to the rule in that circumstances where they can join another club but still be very active in another club. I don't know.
We are not an e-club. We can't do that. You know, she needs to join the club in Turks and Caicos. Unfortunately, because Chantal has been a great member, there's nothing to do with who she is or what she's done. Unfortunately, there are rules and regulations in place.
But she is currently my assistant.
Well, let me make a point to that. I don't think, even if you join another club, you really can't stop a person from helping.
No, you can't.
You can't stop a person from helping. So it's just that they won't be officially a part of a particular club, but they can help when assessed. You can. There's specific guidelines for honorees.
What I would say though, right, is that certainly.
No, hold on. My.
Oh, thank you. No, the reality is that in society, we do have sets of rules. We must abide by rules and regulations. But certainly, if we do that, abide by rules and regulations, sometimes those rules and regulations don't really fit the circumstance of what exists. Sorry, I definitely get you in a second. I right? Right. So what I'm going to say, right, is that look, you have an example of a member like Chantal, who has gone out the back for the club, gone out the back for a lot of members in this club. And despite her circumstances that she's in another country, she's still pretty much making a significant contributions. So I would think that if we say that we have rules that will cause it to be excluded, then I think we need to look at that rule. Because, but I think the club has certain discretion to alter its own regulations, if I'm not mistaken. And if not, then I think
I'm dead down.
Just to make sure remember.
Okay, well, there we go. So there has to be some exception, because I certainly would think that would be a real brave indictment if we have to exclude Chantal because she's
let me make a move. Let me make a decision. Again, I might be stepping on the line. I think in a case like that, the club has the ability to make a discretion, make an honorary member. So I want to bring that to a close. We need to discuss it anymore. That if we have to make Chantal an honorary member, that's fine. That will happen once we find out what the rules are to make sure it's done. Because everything we do, we want to be in alignment with Rotary International. So I want to take that off the table right now. I don't want to discuss that. That basically is it. So then Dr. Nina, Chantel will continue on. Yes, sir.
I understand your point, Kino, and I just want to say Chantal may not be here in person, but she is my assistant. She is the assistant secretary of Rotary Club of Nassau, 2024-25. Chantal does more than me. I come to meetings and work on Zoom and everything. By the time I reach back to work, most times Chantal already marked her attendance, send out other information, visitors who comes to the club, she sent out their attendance reports to those other secretaries. She is very active and not just with me. She helps with Jamal. And to lose her, you basically losing half of the young people in the club. I'm sorry.
So, LeBron, to the point, again, I don't want to be dogmatic, but I just wanted to say it was suggested that we allow her to be honorary member. Okay, let's take a poll. Let's take a poll for those persons in favor of Chantal being an honorary member. Can let me make it easy. Let's do the political way. Those in favor remain seated. Those against that.
We need to set.
The president is against the motion. I'm sorry. Yes, sir. Mike, please. Mike.
So I just want to know, do we know what Chantal's position is? What did she say? What did she say?
Right now, she's serving as the assistant.
No, what did she say pertaining allegiance to club? She said she will remain, but then she's going to another club.
She is going to remain.
Steve, can I tell you, can I say something?
Yes.
Her actions have spoken louder than her words. Her actions have spoken louder than her words. If she didn't want to be part of this club, she would have cut up. I hear what you're saying, but her words, but her actions, yeah.
I just want to know
how she feels. Jamie, just for the people online, we need to hear you. Okay, I don't have the final definition for honorary member. Joan, Sheila, Dottie, Sam, Larry, Laverne. Can any of you define what an honorary member is, please?
They cannot vote. They can attend meetings. They can do more or less everything, except they have no voting privileges at meetings. That's all, really. That's what it boils down to.
Kino, question.
They can't run for office either, sorry.
I see what that's
Oh,
saying.
and don't pay dues, yeah, the important bit.
They don't pay dues?
No.
Hey there.
No.
Kino. Kino.
Jamie, you are not the father. No, sorry, you're not the honorary member.
Kino. Kino.
I'm sorry. Catherine. I'm sorry, let me just make sure I acknowledge everybody. The way I said, Chantal is an instrumental part of RCN. Catherine said, can we make a person holding a position in the club an honorary member? I think we just answered that. Can we make a person holding a position in the club an honorary member? Holding, you mean on the board? Yeah, holding a position. Does she have a position?
She's assistant secretary.
It's appointed.
Right.
So the question is, you heard that question, Sheila? Can we make a person holding a position in the club an honorary member? So that's a yes, basically.
She doesn't hold a position in
Right.
the club. The only positions, official positions, are the ones that we hold the election for.
Okay.
The assistant secretary, assistant treasurer, etc., like sergeant, are all appointed. They are not elected. So yes, she can.
So that answers that question.
Thank you.
Yes. If you have a position it can happen, but if you don't have a position, it can happen. Stephen Dean? That's not the answer. The question is, if you have a position, elected, I'm sorry, an elected, thank you, Jimmy, an elected position. But if you are appointed, it can't happen. I corrected it, Jimmy. Thank you so much, Jimmy. Boy, you get the mic.
In addition to the fact that if you miss 3 meetings without a make. However, could get a makeup. She could get a makeup at a club down there, and that would satisfy the fact that she had been in attendance. And I think we should hold that for all the people who say, don't attend a meeting. If you don't attend a Rotary meeting in person, at least, well, it must be one every 3 meetings, you must attend somewhere. And in addition, you should, if you're available, you should be able to attend one meeting with us, but without club. I think that will bring it into perspective.
Okay. Thank you very much, Larry. And for those persons who have not attended meetings at all, to Sheila's point at 0, I think it's only fair to reach out to them, depending on what the decision is going to be today, to reach out to them and say to them, remind them of what the position is of the club. That you have to attend at least 1 meeting a month in person. You have to participate in a community or makeup. You just cannot just pay and don't do anything. I think it's only fair to say to those persons, give them at least one more opportunity before I say this, we didn't even decide if that's what we're gonna do. So can we actually put that to the floor in terms of, is that something that we're gonna move ahead with? The item on the floor is the point that Larry made, that persons have to attend at least 1 meeting a month in person. But 50% they can attend on Zoom or in person, so it's 50%. 50% may attend the meeting. So
I think, you know, when we
go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I think what we need to clarify before we leave today is the commitment of persons who are going to come in person here so that we can remain in this space that we are in. Or do we decide to go to the side room? You see, we need to have a commitment now of persons who are going to come out each week and purchase a meal. That's part of our rent of this space. To make sure that we're able to stay in this space here. You know, so that I think we need to wrap up with that. Okay, so maybe we'll have a vote for that. You know, who all that's the motion you're gonna draw now.
Right. Make a motion, sir. Make a motion.
Persons who want to say I'll attend in person at least once a month to make the number of 20, or twice a month to make the number of 20 in order to stay in the place and stay inside this big room here. So online or in person. Can I have a show of hands of persons? We have more than 4.
Yes, we do.
We have more than 4. So people online, we have
15.
We had 32 people in total, 16 online, and the remainder in here.
Yeah. So we need to move forward with that.
Would that mean 40 people on the conference call? If you have 69 around
60, yeah.
You have 69 numbers.
But we have 69 numbers.
Yeah, we have 60. But we have a quorum. The question was, we have a quorum to make up. Yeah, we have a quorum.
Class of 69 members. And online and in person, you only have 39?
We have 32.
32, was that even worse?
Let me ask you whether Mrs. Side.
Yeah, I don't know if it's high, but you can.
So I think we're looking at numbers.
Wait, did you put the motion? Put the motion to the staff?
Let's don't get sidetracked in the interest of time. Because we have a show of hands, those persons online and in person who can say, I'm going to make one of those numbers in order for us to stay inside the room. If you have 20 people to do that every single week, I think we should be standing with the yacht club. Show of hands, please.
If the promotions online, could you
Yeah, 1,
indicate?
2, 3, 4, 5. John, you are.
Is that a hand, Jamie?
8.
Very weak hand?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There were 14 people in the room here. How much we are online?
Can you indicate that again, please?
We only have 2 online. We only have 2 persons online who are willing to commit.
Those are the.
So can we take on Francina?
Ask the question again.
Okay, the question is, let's get to the point. Let's get to the point. The question is, who are willing to come out each Tuesday to make their presence felt so that we can remain inside the main room of the Nassau Yacht Club? We need 20% at least. Yeah. Well, once a month, if we have to get, because the numbers are so low.
It isn't just the attendance, the and the able to share with. It's the people are coming to the meetings and are not eating.
Okay, so I'm gathering the consensus is that we move to the side room. That's what I'm gathering. I'm gathering in the meantime, we move to the side room. No shame. They do it to other clubs. The other clubs do it as well. They move to the side room until the numbers are increased in order to take up the main floor, the main stage. And so that's what we have to do. Moving forward with that. But just coming back to Binalbo, it really shows why it's so important for Rotary to be service above self. And I'll let Dr. Nita chime in a minute. But those of us who made that second trek over to Inagua, a very long flight, an hour and a half, that was a good time for us to bond, a good time to share, a good time just to fellowship. So you can imagine if we were on Zoom and we tell Dr. Nita, okay, very good project you have there, but we can be on Zoom and we can watch you over there. Then none of the things would have gotten done because she couldn't have done it. She couldn't have done it on her own. She needed bodies in place, hands in place. She needed feet in place. And this is the same thing. I sound like a preacher, but it's the same thing we have to do as a service club. We got to be in person because we need your hand, we need your feet, we need your mind, we need your ideas. So it's not just trying to get you to come out to a meeting. But it's trying to get you to be a part of the service that we provide. Yes, Nancy.
Anita said, so you can read it?
What she says?
She wants to know what's the difference in cost for the smaller rooms. That she's willing to make a commitment to come.
There's no cost. It's the same thing, I think. We come in this place and I got the understanding that they normally rent this room here. This room is normally rented out. But in lieu of the rent, they say, okay, at least come and pay for the meals. Because my understanding that the club used to in the past, Luciano's, right? And you used to have to pay for the hall and pay for the meal. No. Is that correct? Yes, pay for the meal. It's free, just the hall, just the meal. Okay, so that's a part of it. Yes, paying for the meals. And so, we will move. If you eat them, and she is getting at Jamal because Jamal never orders. Jamal eats before he comes. But that's part of Rotary. When I was in Abaco, I was the officer in charge as a superintendent of police in Abaco for about 4 years, kind of 5. I attended a Rotary meeting there, and I guess that was just a no. You had to buy lunch, you had to buy a meal, it was a dinner. But you had to buy a dinner. So coming here, it's no different. You have to buy a lunch. All right? And so that's what we're going to do, okay? Let's move. We're going to be you're gonna be tied up and we're gonna be able to move quicker. But I just want to say thank you to all of those who attended. Thank you, Dr. Dito, so much for your humanitarian gesture of coming up with that idea, the brainchild. That I want to also say thank you to Dr. Romeo Mitchell. Dr. Dito extended her reach. You know, last time we went was in October. She took with her Dr. The hearing doctor, forget her name. Newbert, Dr. Newbert, and Dr. Andre Wallace, both one for the air and one for the dentist. And so she is extending her hands out, and she's getting volunteers, professional volunteers to come in to assist her in this project, a project that's under the auspices and the banner of RCN. Come on, if you gotta feel that, you gotta feel that. And what it is, and it costs money. Those of us who travel, they did it on our own expense. Rory didn't pay for that. We did it on our own expense. And the quite sure is much more expensive for her. And if she can get foreigners or strangers or visitors or friends to attend, and she did brought along another couple who just friends of Rory, who assisted. So what about us as Rotarians? I mean, you just can't join the club and sit down and say I'm a Rotarian. I'm not living the true essence of Rotarian. Service about self. It's a service club. It isn't a spectator club. You don't just come and sit down and watch everybody else do the work. Okay, I can show you my little $400 a year, and then you all can go do the work. No, we don't need just your money. We need your money and we need your time. Okay? So I just wish to show that in there. We need your money and we need your time in order to make these great projects work. So Dr. Nito, you can chime in and just say exactly what you want to say to the Rotary Club of Nassau, please.
Good afternoon, all. I think President Wayne said it all, but I just want to thank everybody that participated. Even if you couldn't come, I'm thanking you for your support, even if it's financial, if it's through prayers. Anything, because the project is definitely needs a team, and so we look at it as a team effort. I could not have done it by myself. So this time we were grateful. I usually have 2 eye doctors for the project. Last time I was there by myself. So this time I reached out even to, like President said, to another country. So I was able to get Dr. Romeo Mitchell to come in and assist from Jamaica. So she was so excited about just not only coming to the Bahamas, but being able to see another island outside of New Providence. And I think we have her hooked. I think we're going to have her participate in many more Vision Expos to come, because she really enjoyed just the time to be on another island. And this time it was, we were grateful that we were able to not only complete it, but we were able to participate in activities. We were able to enjoy the island, and we had a tour of Morton Salt. So the team not only got to work, but they got to be able to enjoy the culture of the island. Last time we were unable to do that because Oscar had other business to attend to, so we weren't able to do that. But to God be the glory. The weather held up. We were able to actually finish the event even before time, because normally we run the expo all the way until 4:00 in the afternoon. And because everyone was on point and everyone was working and pushing through, we were able to finish the event on Saturday at 2:00. So we had a lot more time. On Friday, we were able to screen patients, and we still offered screening on Saturday since we had the nurses there. So we're very grateful for our partners that each year look forward to being able to participate with us. Rhonda's Eye Alliance that has from the beginning donated all the frames for the children, and we will be trying to get these prescriptions over to her. Dr. Romeo has volunteered that she is going through Miami before she goes back to Jamaica next week. So she has volunteered to take all of the frames into Miami. So Rhonda will have an opportunity to be able to fill the prescriptions that we have. So like I said, we don't have the statistics as yet, but probably by next week's meeting, I will be able to have the statistics and maybe even try to do a little video so you all can actually see what happened over there. Just to show a short video of all the work. But it's a combination of October and this time. So we will have the statistics of, I think we gave the statistics of October, but we'll give the statistics of this trip as well as combining the two together. The expo is still not finished as yet. So we do have to make another trip back in there, but this one will be a small one. I wish we could just be able to do it in a day's time, because it really is just to distribute the glasses. But because again, the we don't have transportation. The air, Bahamas Air only travels there on Fridays and Monday. So we have to go back again to be able to distribute those glasses and then officially complete Vision Expo 2024. So thank you all again. Like I said, this is a great club. I enjoy being a part of the club. You may not see me all the time in the meetings, but my heart is with you all. So I am grateful for the opportunity to serve and look forward to continuing to serve many, many years in the future. Thanks.
Well, let's give it up, let's give it up, let's give it up. Out of working doctor. Okay, good. Thank you so much, Doctor. You appreciate that so much. And just before we wrap up, don't forget this coming Friday, we're giving opportunity to socialize. We have our fellowship at the Green Pirates. What time we start, Sheila? 6 o'clock. We start at 6 o'clock. Come straight from work, down to the Green Pirates, sit down, let's fellowship. We did it. And the first friend on me. We did it. We did it in the past, and we always do it. And it's a good fellowship for us. And I hear that now, those who's lost some here. And just relax. And those of you online, if you want to do makeup, this is a good way to do makeup. Come there. Francina, the secretary, will be there to make your notes of who wants, Gabby, the treasurer, will be there to collect any fines and so forth. Now we have a raffle. We're gonna do it for next week. We'll do it for next week. A very expensive raffle, $75, John, but gift certificate. But we'll do it for next week. So bring your monies out for next week, Tuesday. Okay? So that's all. Yes, go ahead.
As Rotary, we all know there's a conference coming up, and our secretary is in need of a partner for her room for the cruise. We're asking if anyone is interested. Please let me know. We have a deadline on February 7th to change the name. Or add a name. Because the room, Rotary has put up the funds for the room. It was a double occupancy, and we need that room to be filled. Thank you.
All right, cruise, district cruise coming up. Good. Okay, all standing, please.
Of the things we think Sarah do.
Okay, Madam Secretary, these are four tests, please.
Of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and friendship? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And
Will it be?
Yes.
Okay, Brother Larry, we'll close unless you give us a vote.
Kindly raise your glasses. And with all of you, the guests and Rotarians who are here, and those Rotarians who are Zooming with us on air, let us join with Rotarians everywhere in a toast to Rotary around the world.
Rotary around the world. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for attending. See you on
Thank you.
Friday.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. See you Friday.